every win is special, but I'm the type of guy that it's always working under the radar. I'm not making big noises out there. I knew I was going through a bit of a bad patch. There's been 2 races that I haven't been on the podium, but obviously the media makes a big thing, probably because I'm a Mexican, and they start to make all this comparison on the biggest mistake Red Bull has made to brought me here. So I'm super happy,
First of all, I think with Red Bull, it seems that we have the upper hand in the first few laps, and then they seem to, they struggle a little bit with warm-up, but then once they put the tires in the window, they are very strong. So, but then at the end of the race, it wasn't that representative. I was pushing until the gap was like 5.1 seconds, and then when I knew that it was 5.1, I just kind of bring the car home, so the pace wasn't that representative at the end.
That first stint on the intermediate, I lost the front tires very quickly, and since then I couldn't push, and I was struggling a lot with the car rotation. Didn't find really the grip, and I wanted to go into the slick as soon as possible, to try and recover the pace. But towards the end of the race I managed to recover the pace, but it was a bit too late, to be honest.
Pace was good. I felt like I drove a very good race and smart race today, and it paid off for both myself and for Daniel too. So 4th and 5th was much higher than expectation.
I feel like I'll certainly due some good fortune. I think, it was 50-50 today. I think we certainly had some, no denying that. But I think we also put ourselves, we made our own luck in terms of staying out on the Inter and being patient.
Yeah, we got a lot of P10s this year. We've had chances for big results, but for whatever reason, things happen, never really scored it. And today, things just went our way, and nice to pick up a bunch of points.
For me in the car was zero enjoyment, of course. Anti-stall, then drop back, tried to pass a few cars, being stuck behind cars. Getting back into a decent spot on the slicks, tried to pass Lando, but as soon as I went alongside him, I hit the brakes and I bottomed out completely, so my front tires came up and I locked up massively, so I just went straight.
I knew I had to be aggressive at the start, so after the initial bit of patience across the line, I knew I had to push, which I did. I was checking out some lines on the lap to grid, and it worked, so happy with that.
Pretty poor day. Yeah, pretty rubbish day, to be honest, but I feel okay.
We just took a massive risk and lost pole position, being overcut by 4 other cars. So on the track, like Singapore, we know how important the track position is, and today it cost us a lot. So I don't fully understand why.
It's always frustrating when you're like 1 position from the points, but I think in the end, from where we started, there wasn't that much more to get.
I don't know why I got this black and orange flag. It seems completely over the top to give me that flag. I mean, there's no safety concern. That thing has tethers, the end plate, the little wing that comes up at the end of the front wing.
Obviously the contact with George was probably the one which killed our race, with the puncture and everything, but nonetheless finished P13. I think we can say in one way we're happy that we finished, not a lot of people did.
I guess a bit of confidence restored that I haven't lost it, and I didn't qualify 3 seconds off the pace due to lack of talent or whatever, but such a shame. We had a car to win this week.
I was not running, I guess, in the points anyway. But it just was difficult condition. I did mistake by myself. Just completely misjudged the braking points. That's completely my fault, and no excuse.
Not happy for sure. A little bit disappointed once more. I think minus 50 points already this year with the mechanical issues, so we add another 10, so I'm minus 60. And if you add 60 points to my standings, I think we were in another league.
It was quite tricky for us in the wet with getting the brakes in the correct window, and in the end it's my mistake, but it was a tricky one out there.
I was quite surprised actually, because we was side by side going to turn 4, and then the next thing I got was Latifi fully just left hand down me before the cornering, which I feel like is unnecessary, and he knew I was always going to be there because he missed the apex into turn 3. So unfortunately ended the race like that.
When I exited turn 3, I on the left hand side of my mirror, I didn't see who was there. Obviously in the end when I pulled back to the racing line for the braking zone, I guess he was there, but again I haven't seen the replay yet, so I just didn't see who was there.